Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for your support. I still ask that you subscribe, share, and like. So today I'm doing a video, I'm covering a video based on one of my viewers who asked me a question. So if you go back and watch my previous interview, my previous video, sorry, I was discussing about my visa interview experience. And so someone asked, and what are the documents that you are supposed to bring to the during the interview, to the embassy during the interview? And so today I'm going to cover that. Okay? So sit back and relax. All right. So the first document that you're supposed to bring or carry to the US Embassy is a valid passport. A valid passport that has been valid for at least 6 months. Okay? And if you have a filled up passport or old passports, or if you have previous history, because you know people are travelers, not everybody's not everybody's passport is filled up, but we have people that have been doing other businesses, and maybe for one reason or another they have a previous passport that is expired and filled up, and you had to renew, and you have this new passport. So it must be at least valid for 6 months, and you have to bring the old passports with you. So that is number one document. Okay? So number two document is what we call DS-160 confirmation letter. Or confirmation page. So once you have filled up the DS-160 online, you are provided with a confirmation page, and the confirmation page has a barcode. So make sure you print that out and bring with you during your visa interview. Okay? Yeah, so another thing that you have to bring is the Form I-20. Form I-20 is a form that is provided by the school. It's like it shows that you have been accepted to the school. Okay? So once you are accepted to the school, once the school have, gone through your documents, they have analyzed it, and they have seen that you're fit for this course, they'll issue something called I-20. And the I-20 form must be signed by you. First of all, it must be signed by the school DSO, and then you make sure you sign before going to the embassy. There is also a place where I think they say a guardian or a parent or a sponsor has to also sign. So when you receive your Form I-20, make sure you read through, sign where it's supposed to be signed. If it's your parent or your sponsor is supposed to sign there, make sure you sign it and keep it and bring it to the during the interview. So that is 3. 4, you must bring what we call Sevis payment receipt. Sevis is a student and exchange visa confirmation system. So it shows that you have been keyed or entered into the system as a student exchange program, or it shows that you have a Sevis number now. You have been accepted by this school, and they have issued a number. So this you must pay. There is an amount that you are supposed to pay for that. So bring your receipt. I don't know the exact amount, that it varies from country to country, and it varies, everything varies. So you have to bring that with you. So another thing is the visa appointment letter, once you fill in, once you book for the visa interview, there is the appointment letter that you will be, you have to print out. So make sure you bring that with you. Another thing that you're supposed to bring is the visa fees. It's the visa fees, visa application fee receipt. So this visa application fees shows that you've paid the amount that is required and you have booked a date, and so make sure you bring that receipt with you. And then there's another thing, academic documents. Yeah, academic documents. So that should be number 5 document. If you're counting. So bring all your academic documents, from your transcripts, if you've gone to college, university, wherever. Make sure you bring transcripts from your high school, your university, all that. Bring the transcripts. Bring the original certificates for your KCSE, KCPE. If you went to a diploma college, bring that with you. Bring the university. Make sure all these documents are original and valid. And then if the school required you to do the standardized scores for test scores, maybe for TOEFL, for IELTS, for SAT or SAT or GRE or GMAT, make sure you bring those scores with you. So make sure you print out the results and bring that with you. And then there is an email that normally the school will send you as an acceptance letter or admission letter. So once the school accepts you, they will send you an email for an admission letter. So that's also one thing that you're supposed to print out and bring to show that the school has admitted you. Okay? Yeah. So another thing, I lost track of numbering, but I hope you can keep track of that. So another thing is financial proof or financial documents, bank statements. So if you are a self-sponsored student, when you are a self-sponsored student, it means you don't have a scholarship. There is no institution that is sponsoring you. It's you and your family that is, making things happen. So you have to bring the bank statement that is recent. The bank statement has to be recent and it has to be within 3 to 6 months. Anything above 6 months is not considered. So make sure your bank statement is recent, between 3 to 6 months. And also evidence of the liquid money or liquid assets. That means you have to have easily accessible money in the bank, okay? That you can access, because you are self-sponsored, right? So you must prove that you have that money. So another thing is affidavit of support. If you are a self-sponsored student, you must have an affidavit of support. So this is if someone, your auntie, your uncle, your dad, or whoever is supporting you or whoever is sponsoring you, has to sign that affidavit of support to show proof that they have accepted to sponsor you, okay? So, and let me go back again to the bank statement. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, that if you are a self-sponsored student and you're bringing in a bank statement, make sure it has all the proofs, okay? So that it gives an easy time for the consulates to consider you. So make sure you bring this bank statement surpasses the amount that is required. It's if the school requires 2.5 million, make sure the bank statement has more money. That is to prove that you are able to support yourself while in abroad. You are able to support yourself financially because you have enough money. Also, make sure this bank statement has at least a letter from the bank and it has an ID of the sponsor. This makes it easy to prove that, everything is valid and legit. Okay? Yeah, so that is for the self-sponsored student. And then another thing is the sponsor's proof of income. Let's say, pay slips, tax returns, business registration, to prove that your sponsor has, money coming in, that there is income coming in, and they have the capacity to support you through your studies abroad. Okay? So make sure you have all that. And then there is also relationship proof. If possible, make sure you have your relationship proof to show that, e.g., to show that they are your relative, they're your uncle, they're your aunt, is your dad. So bring that relationship proof, like your birth certificate showing that these are your parents. Okay, yeah, something like that. And if you are sponsored through the scholarship, so bring the scholarship award letter. Don't forget that. If you got a scholarship, bring the scholarship award letter. It shows how much they are sponsoring you. If it's a full scholarship, it will show exactly how much they are covering for your, school fees and living expenses and all that. Okay? So there are other additional documents that you're supposed to bring with you. Yeah, recommended supporting documents that I would also say you try and bring it is the ties that proves that that ties you to Kenya or to your country. Okay, I'm not just talking to Kenyans here, I'm talking to any other person. so documents providing intent for you to return back to Kenya, okay, after your studies, like family ties, the assets, like your property, and all that. And then there's another thing I'm talking about, other supporting documents, is passport size photos. Yeah, passport size photos actually is one of the mandatory documents that they will ask you to bring. So make sure you bring that. In my previous video, by the way, I discussed or I mentioned how I ended up forgetting my 2 passport pictures. So make sure you take those cute pictures, put the measurements that is required, and have them with you because it's needed. If you get the visa, they will use the same pictures to put, your visa there. So, so bring your passport size depending on the number that they want. So, I guess that is anything else that I can think about. You can put in the comments anything that I might have forgotten because I just put exactly what I brought, what I took during my visa interview. I think basically those are some of the things, most of the things that are documents that are required. Make sure you provide all that. Organize them in your little folder. Make sure you are organized and neat. and be ready to go get your visa. Okay? So all these things that I mentioned could change depending on the current administration that we are in right now. There are high chances that they may ask other, more documents. So this video is based on what I know for, before this current administration. I know most of the things with immigration will change, and so they might require more, many other things. So make sure you do your research. Don't just use this video. Make sure you do your research and see what else is required. Okay? Any questions? Yeah, so I hope and I wish you well. I hope you succeed in your dreams. If you really want to, to go study in the US or to come study in the US, I wish you well. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I hope to come, to bring more tips soon. I hope to bring more, a few other details soon. And that person that asked me about the documents, thank you so much for asking that question, because you've not only helped yourself, but you've also helped other people that are also watching and getting the tips out of this. So I wish you well in your interview. God bless you. See you again. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.